Porky's Corner is proud to be sponsored by Spartan Site Solutions. They are specialists in civil engineering and demolition contracts for the construction industry. Interested parties should visit their website or contact Porky's Corner for a referral at porkycorner@mail.com.
Woo! Ice, ice, baby!
Like it, great one. Well done.
Missed you then.
It's alright, got to do it again.
Gotta do it again.
30 seconds. When you go under, you can count 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, I could have done it, you said he only had to go under for 5
Ice,
seconds.
ice, baby. Ice, baby.
Good work. Do you feel okay?
Yeah.
Feel sick or anything?
No.
Dizzy? No? Good.
Looking wonderful.
Head under. Good, good, good. Just straight back onto your breath.
Nice one, John.
Keep focusing.
Hello all you hardcore boxing fans out there, how you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner. The biggest gob in sport. We say the things on here that nobody dare say. Max, I don't know if I'm going to show my face today because I've got that jacket on that you keep begging for. Oh, Max. Hey? Go on, Max. What do you reckon, Max? You miss it? Hey? It's the cringiest jacket in the world, Max, isn't it? It's an absolute cringe feast, isn't it? Hey? It's an absolute cringe feast, Max. Why would you want this? Why would you want this whopper? Your head's gone, Max. Absolute whopper. Right. What's been going on in the sport of boxing? Well, we've had Benn. Runner bean, could have been, should have been, never been, baked bean, creepy bean, beanie. Rumpelstiltskin, we're still on to you. Benn at that presser, looking for a home. Felt for Benn, really. A couple of my pals were there, and he was drifting about and that. And it must be awful for Benn knowing that he was head honcho at Sky, wasn't he? And what he said went. And he looked after a lot of people, but now it looks like there's no room at the inn for Benn, doesn't it? I don't know. All them people that Benn were good to at Sky. Speaking of people at Sky, Horsecock. Horsecock's still at Sky, isn't he? When Sky got rid of Richard Keys, his partner in crime, Andy Gray, they've been together all them years, haven't they? Andy Gray said, I'm going as well if Richard's going. So Andy Gray went, didn't he? Or was it vice versa? Well, I think it might have been Richard Keys and then Gray went, or whatever. They both went at the same time, didn't they? One stuck up for other. So Benn leaving Sky, right, saying he wants to go for pastures new, but yet working room for a commentating job. So that's not pastures new, is it? So why didn't Johnny leave at a protest with Benn? Because they come as a pair, don't they then? Johnny looks like he's rudderless, doesn't he, without Benn? Because they were good together, weren't they? I'm just a bit, I don't know what I make of it. Should Johnny leave Sky out of respect for Benn? But where would Johnny go really if he left Sky? He'd be stuck, wouldn't he, really? He'd be stuck. So I'm disappointed that Johnny's not left Sky because Benn's gone. But Benn could get on somewhere else and Johnny could leave and go with Benn. I don't know. It's I keep looking at Benn and thinking, where's Johnny? And when I see Johnny, I think, where's Benn? Horsecock and Benn. They were a double act, weren't they? I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens moving backwards. Women boxing in Saudi. Women boxing were on everybody's lips, wasn't it? According to Eddie Hills. Never on Bricktop's list, but he had to play the game, didn't he, at one point? Eddie Hills were all for women's boxing, wasn't he? If this Turkey guy from Saudi turns around and says no women's boxing whatsoever, Eddie, would Eddie leave out a protest? Because for the last 5-6 years, all we've heard of is women's boxing. I'm all for it. But now all of a sudden, it's all gone a little bit quiet, hasn't it? Is there going to be any women's boxing in Saudi? You tell me. But I don't see anybody standing up to these Saudis saying we want women boxing. Not that I want it anyway. There isn't really that many fights. I mean, Savannah Marshall's undisputed super middleweight champion at will. What is she doing? Why would you not want to defend them belts if you're undisputed and keep milking it 3 or 4 times a year? Because the investment's not there, is it, for women's boxing? People think it's pish, don't they? And 95% of it is pish. There's only probably 10 female fighters that you want to watch in the world, and the rest of them are just school dinner ladies, aren't they, and librarians that they keep digging up for people, or white collars. You know, no offence, but Anna Rankin's been a world champion, hasn't she? But white collar level, shocking, awful, pinching a living. But I don't see him queuing up to put these women on in Saudi, but we'll see what happens moving sideways, won't we? All right. Now, the comments section. Keep the comments coming, good or bad, because we're going to do a comments section video every week. I'm going to pick 10 comments. I'll do it tonight when I get in. I'll write 10 comments down and we'll read them out and give an opinion on it. All right. That way it's called interacting. It'll save me just every now and then when I'm cheesed off saying, well, if you feel that way, come and do a Zoom. Because none of you want to do one, do you? Eh? Shh. Off with their heads. Colin Hart. The old dinosaur, Colin Hart. Hey, Colin. I've got a Shackleton's high seat chair waiting for you. All right, send me your address and I'll send it to you. You need to be sat in it in front of the telly at home with a bag of spice next to you, polo mints, Murray mints, sharp mints, whatever, and your remote controls. That's what you need, Colin Hart. Stay away from press conferences. Stay away. You don't know what's going on. You've had your day. Wheeling you out every now and then for a comment is like the comedy show. It's like Saturday Night Live. We don't want to hear you. You don't even know what's going on anymore. You need help. Stay away from these pressers. He's running around saying that Tyson Fury loses to Usyk and blah, blah, blah. Stop trying to be controversial. Like I said the other day in a video, every other bricktop fighter that fights anybody from anywhere in the world, you back them. And now all of a sudden you're not. So stop it. You've been told to say that for hype. Stop it. Stop. Stop it, Colin Hart. The dinosaur. So the next gen's looking like Ben Whittaker, Dalton Smith, Adam Azim, Moser Fatauma. Houston, we have a problem. Is that it that's coming through? Is that it? Does anybody even know what Ben Whittaker looks like? The man in the street won't know any of these. Well, he won't, would he? Where's the next big star coming from? Is it going to be the Romford Bull with the Bosch soldiers following him? Is it Crusher Ben? Crusher Ben's 29-year-old next year. You know that? Next gen. How's he next gen? Hey? What has Crusher Ben and Ricky Hatton got in common? They both like a good ballroom. Oh my God, Ricky Hatton dancing in a ballroom, and Crusher Ben. Conor Crusher Ben. He's fighting in a ballroom, isn't he? He's like an afterthought now for Eddie Hills, isn't he? Now that Eddie's got his teeth into Joshua and Saudi and that, we don't hear any more Crusher talk, do we? What if Crusher comes a cropper in Vegas? Then what? My God, it won't even mean anything, will it? No matter what the board say, it'll not mean a thing, will it? His world will be tipped upside down. Crusher gets beat. Oh, what are they going to do? What are they going to do if the Crush gets beat in Vegas? God, hey? They could always put Big Joe Egan on, couldn't they, against Big John Fury. Battle of the Liars. That's what they could call it. Battle of the Liars. Or Fantasy Island. That's what it'd be, wouldn't it? Fantasy Island fight. Warriors. Do me a favour. 220 stoners, 60-year-old warriors. It'd be embarrassing, wouldn't it? It'd be embarrassing, but what can you do? But getting back to that, press conference, I didn't really know what to make of it. You've got Bricktop running around with security. Nobody can get near him. We didn't see Big John Fury there to liven it up. Is Big John's 15 minutes up? I don't really know, to be honest. I don't know. What's going on? What's going on? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, isn't it, moving forwards. But where are the big shows coming from now in the UK? Where? When's Crusher Benn's hearing with board? When is that? Does anybody even care now about that? It's like an old story now, that, isn't it? It's a new year now. It's not 2022 now, is it? Summer. It's a new year now. We're into 2024, and I think Crusher's sell-by date's gone now, and I think Crusher knows that. I do. And I see Crusher getting a 2-fight deal soon against the Roadman Killer and losing both. A bit like Eddie Hills when he thought Frotch were finished. But we'll put him in with Booty. We'll get him a 2-fight deal. He'll take 2 good hidings and he'll go from sport then, and I've done my job. You got that wrong though, didn't you, Hills? Hey, you got that wrong. Tried to set the Cobra up for a good hiding twice. Got it wrong. Didn't believe in your man, did you? But then again, you never believed in the man in Cobra, really, did you, when you were trying to make the Groves rematch? Eddie Hills, did you? No, he thought he'd sign with Bricktop, didn't you? They were out busy that day. I think you were tiling. You don't have to answer your calls all the time, Eddie Hills. Hey? The 6-0 Iceman from Billericay. 4 by way of. Only footage we've got is him knocking Spotty Frank about. Hey? It's a bit like Big John Fury 100 on Hard Road, isn't it? Only footage we've got is him getting knocked about by Henry Akinwande and Steve Garber. That's it. That's the John Fury career. And somebody just sent me some at Joe Egan fighting on YouTube. My God, are we to believe that you're the toughest white man to ever spar Mike Tyson when he sparred Glenn McCrory, world champion? People get comfortable in front of a camera, and what do? They start making stories up. It's called stolen valor, and they get carried away with themselves. That's what that is. But what can you do? So, okie dokie. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Okie doke. One, peace out. Big shout out to my mate Frankie Berry. My mate Buster Brunt. How are you doing, Buster? Your old boy's coming down to interview me, he says. I look forward to it, Scott. Go on, peace out.